Alrighty then, here's a quick look at the main room because the video that I had taken of the other two rooms was too long for YouTube. I didn't know I had a 15-minute video limit without verifying the account. And the last thing I want to do on the face of this planet is give Google my phone number. Go fuck yourself, Google. Here is the latest leaf, finally, of the Philodendron Pink Princess. It has gone almost completely dark again. I think I know why. Here you can see there's just a little bit of pink on the tip there, right near the tip, on the edge. It's because of the lighting. I am now 99% sure of it. There's a small crescent shape, like the top half of a half moon window on my door, my front door, that arcs across this area. And I had started blocking it about a month ago with a piece of, what do they call it, a flour sack cloth. I bought a bunch of those from Walmart. You know, they make great rags for cleaning, etc. And it's like a fine cotton cloth, basically. Heavy cotton cloth. I guess similar to cheesecloth. And I had put it across the window because I was worried about some of the plants getting burned, like the Alocasia. But then I realized my other Alocasia gets rays of direct sun, and it seems to be loving it. So today I took the curtain, we'll call it, off of the window. And today was a nice overcast day to do it, and of course also it's we're approaching the length minimum, so it's a good time to start getting them all acclimated back to a little bit of sunlight during the day. It starts about right where the golden crocodile is, and just where the top leaves of the pink princess are, right there, and then it traverses downwards at an angle. Right now it's a very sharp angle, just like so. And it falls just short of the, by the time it's in the area of the purple tradescantia, it's already on the floor. By the time it's between the Dieffenbachia and the tradescantia. So, and then little by little it'll rise and start to traverse, you know, more that way, and then it'll traverse more that way, and then it'll traverse, you know, come equinox, like so. It's I've watched the sunlight across this wall for the past 8 years, so that's what's going to happen. But in the meantime, brand new shiny leaf, right looking at you right there. I know it still has to turn. I'm thinking it's going to orient, just like that leaf right there. So we're hoping. Here is all the other suspects. The rubber plant. There's the Dieffenbachia tucked away in the back, and the Alocasia. I really like that the dishes that I found, that stoneware. It's officially a spaghetti bowl, a stoneware spaghetti serving bowl, but you know, or eating bowl. But they make for me the perfect saucer for these pots. And of course I bought the only last two that were available now, and I'm stuck waiting to see if they'll get back in stock. Walmart. Okay, here we go. The Monstera Peru cuttings are slowly fading away, I think. I'm really trying to keep them as well moistened as possible without logging them, you know, getting them waterlogged. Of course, they might be doing all sorts of stuff behind the scenes inside the pole, getting ready to send me sprouts from there. But we'll see what goes on with that. Here is the baby pink princess. Still, look at that. Here's your high-heeled slipper or shoe. Right there. Maybe a high-heeled shoe out of a nightmare. It wouldn't be too comfortable. But that's what's going on with the pink princess pup. And it's got its one nice little pink streak on that elongated leaf right there. There is a really cool thing going on with the ring of fire. It's putting out another flower right next to that flower that's been waiting for a short while. And same thing exactly is going on with the golden crocodile. There's another flower bud right there. So I'm wondering if it's a thing, how they do. There is the jungle boogie. And I'm pretty certain that at least one of these is a hybrid of the other two. For all I know, they could all be hybrids of each other or a few other species that are similar, or just cultivars or what have you. But I'm fairly certain that they are certainly very related and could hybridize between each other. And that's really what I'm kind of hoping for. I do have a few fungus gnats sitting around in here from time to time. There's probably about 20 at least. They're not really a major presence. I see one or two scoot around, the rim of a pot when I go to disturb something that's, generally moist all the time, like one of the Alocasias or one of the baby Coleuses that I'm babying right now. So I'll be curious to see if they flower, and they have flowered before. If they're able to get fertilized somehow, and I end up with any of what they call, I guess, berries. And if I do, I'm certainly going to try my hand at sprouting them. There is the other pink princess. That was the janky slippered up leaf. It's also going to be mostly, if not all, dark. And the leaf behind it looks like it might have some variegation to it. And again, I expect them both now to increase in variegation once we hit January, February, and they get a better angle of some very early morning rays of sunlight. There we go. And I'll have to keep a very close eye on things, because if anything hits the calatheas / capercias, they're toast. This guy here, this medallion, does not like direct sunlight at all. It crisps up right away on the leaf edges. I think the ornata will be fine. And I think the rattlesnake will be fine. And it, by the way, is doing just very well. There you can see a new leaf. Right there, unfurling. Take a look down the tube. I like the way they come out rolled up like that. Same thing for the medallion. You can see a brand new leaf right there. Rolled up like a tube. And they're full of water, I think, initially. There you can see even the one way down below there, in its very center, you may make out a little bright spot, and that is water. That's a reflection of light from water. So they're almost kind of like a bromeliad in a sense for a very short while. And here, as usual, the star of the show is Mr. Gigas, or Gigas, or Gigas, or Gigas. And I'm waiting to see where that next runib is actually going to locate itself. I can almost make out the difference in tissue line, or the line where the tissue differentiates, rather. There's already a little bit of vertical streaking. I don't know how easy it is to make out, but there's little vertical streaking starting all around the perimeter of where that darker area is relative to the lighter area of the stem as it comes out of the petiole. That's where I think the location of the next root node is going to be. And if I'm gauging things correctly, it will show, it's actually going to show, it shows at the base of the petiole, and it's where the curved top part of the petiole is. That's the distance from the previous cluster of root nodes that they should end up at. So that little line right there should increase in height, I think, relative to that petiole sheath opening where it's coming out of. Okay? And so if the curve is right now, oops, sorry about that, right there, that's where I think the height is going to be of that part of the stem. This whole section here is going to go root, and the root cluster, I'm hoping, is going to be somewhere around here. And if it turns out to be somewhere around here, that'll be absolutely perfect positioning. Basically anywhere in this squarish area will be perfect for me to force it to indent a little bit into the tube and then come back out again, just by, you know, a quarter to a half of an inch of a curve. That's the plan anyway. And I may have to first swing it over to here by hand. I'm going to see how it orients itself here, if it's going to now swing back to center. If not, I've got more Velcro tape ordered today, so that won't be a problem. And now let us hit the, I think I have development on the first Philodendron Gigas, Philodendron glorious cutting. You can see how that erstwhile root, I guess facing down, I think is going to be a root. I don't think it's a stem, but there's an interesting thing that's happening along that nib that had gone light in color. Check that out. That might be a leaf sheath, a growth point for a petiole, given the color, that rosy color. So we're hoping for that. The rest of the other one I'm going to do another separate video on because of the 15-minute time limit. Thanks for nothing, Google. There's the spider plant corner. I did tuck in another cluster of babies right into the tube of the silver sword, just to speed things along, because I am sometimes impatient. And here is the corner, and let me show off the all of the bagindas. They all came out absolutely fine. I've got one there. This is from yesterday. The severe cuts and splits I did with the depotting, root hacking, and stem hacking, slicing. The trauma day. There's one. There's the mother plant and number 2. And there's number 3. And they all look, I haven't seen any major leaf droopings or anything. I think those tubers are very tough. I think a lot of people worry too much about root damage when they're transplanting plants or repotting plants. I haven't done too many, but I've done quite a few. Not a huge variety of plants, but whenever I've done it, I've never had an issue with the plant reacting negatively. I think hacking roots is just fine. If you do it within reason, of course, always leave some, and don't, chop them all off. And we'll stop for today.